嗯，周五的时候，Friday we said yes target 52.62, and so we hit 55.62. We hit 55.63 and a quarter, and that's pretty good, right? So initially, I also sent out a warning that we may hit 54.80 first. And then I only did one round here, and then it came back down. I left. I went to do a drug screening for my job. So anyway, now you see 240 minutes reversal down, right? So if you look at daily or let's look at daily. So daily, we have trend change. We have low, higher, low, high, higher, high, right? Close, higher, high. So if this time, assume the daily uptrend continues, here is where the breakout area, right? 53.10. So ideally, I would like this to test 50 here, 53.10. 53.10, the next upside level could be 56.20, ideally actually 5800 area. Then that will give us another 4 to 500 point run spin trade. That would be ideal, right? But if the bullish momentum really strong, you could just really retest 60 minutes here, not daily. So that's why 54.45, that has to be extremely strong momentum. Ideally, I would like at least retest this if it's not 53. So 5400, ideally, I would like 5300, and then we do another swing. So that's for SPY level, would be at least 536. Ideally, it would be 527, the gap fill. These levels are in the swing channel, right? In the weekly newsletter. So you can find that. And so sectors. So I've been calling for, you look at the Bollinger Bands percent, you see the IGV on the left side is the has been strongest. I've been calling IGV for days, right? And so it's daily 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a lot of the IGV ticker like CrossStrike and all been gone up a lot. And Block is another one that's been relatively strong, but not as strong as IGV. Of course, LLK is relatively strong too. Also daily, ideally will gap fill. I mean, if it's really strong, could just come down to 197 without filling the gap. The stronger the momentum is, the less the drop is, right? So if it's really strong, could just 197 and then continue higher. So a lot of my favorite tickers are gone up so much. I wouldn't recommend chasing, but if come back down, we could, let's say Bitcoin. Bitcoin, this change contract already, right? So this macro MBTK 25. Last one is MBTJ. So don't forget, change the future contract. You could give a try to go long here, but ideally, I would like to see come back down to this level. And macro strategy. So I've been saying macro strategy daily time frame target is 605. So this is Mark Minervini entry 317, right? You have contraction one, contraction two, three, four, and then you have breakout. So that's his entry. Here, 230 is our entry. So we are $80 earlier. It has earning on May 1st. I mean, the business itself doesn't really have any earning gain or loss. Most likely, if earning drops like 320 area, it could be for us to go long. If you drop deeper, 280, that'll be even better. But I'm being less 317, 320 area, I'll be happy. You could do some leap calls too on MicroStrategy, but shares, of course, safer, right? So if MicroStrategy come back down to 320 area, I'll be watching. Ideally, if it's 280, I will add shares here or doing leap calls. So put those levels on your chart. And Tesla. So Tesla has been pretty strong. If really full driving get approved, that would be really ideal. So 286 to 88 is a strong resistance. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit pullback on 60 minutes, either 257 or ideally 240. Then you can go long again. That's hourly time frame wave four. So I would say set alert, like draw a horizontal line and set alert. So I think mine is by default has alert, like alert. So mine enabled set as default. So when price coming to this level, it would ding, 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 alert me. So this week we have Apple, Amazon, and Microsoft earning. Apple earning, I'm bullish, and the reason from the sales point of view, I'm bullish because people pre-run tariff, so they bought a lot of iPhones when they can. And I think we need to listen to the forecast. If Apple is smart, it may say, hey, I'm not going to provide any forecasting because, the tariff thing. So it is at the resistance horizontal or a trend line resistance here. And that's also 210 is kind of my target. And if earning come back down, if earning come back down to 190, ideally to 180, we can go long again. I don't know whether it gave us another chance, but if it does, you could just really do calls, 200 calls like last time we did. But of course, you have to watch what the market's doing, right? On updates, we do the calls. And Amazon, I am bullish for the same reason, but the flow is mixed. And if you really want to do something, you can sell 160 strike cash secure put. Let's say you don't mind receiving 200 shares, you sell two 165 or even 175 cash secure put for June or July. You could get really good premium for that too. And I'm leaning bullish, but let's see. Meta from Google earning, I'm leaning bullish, but this is the weakest among the mega tickers, clearly daily downtrend, right? In order for daily trend change, you have to, I mean, you don't really have a higher low either. So you have a low, lower low, high, lower high. So at this point in all time frames is downtrend. So if really earning pop, so your first resistance 587 and then 631, right? 587. Okay, so that. And I do have shares on Meta, and I'm not planning to do anything. If it's really dropping, I'll just add more. Amazon, Apple, NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is still in this downtrending channel. Let's look at larger time frame. It really hasn't gone anywhere. On monthly is a big hammer, really long leg. So I wouldn't be surprised if come back down, retesting $100 area if market come back down. Let's look at weekly. So weekly, this is two down week, right? And clearly it's about 50% of the previous weekly candle. So the first upside target at least 114 and then 120 area. So if really for NVIDIA to become bullish trend, you have to take out this pivot high, right? So you have a higher low. Right now you do have a higher low, higher low, but you have to make a higher high, take out this, and then take out this, and then come back down, make a higher low for the trend change. But so far, we don't have that yet. Even on daily, right? Daily, you have a higher low. You need to take out this to make a higher high and then retrace and then go. This is confirmation on daily trend change. So far, we don't have it. So Google earning was good and daily trend changed, right? You have low, higher, low, high, higher, high. So if market retraces, I see this ticker is go to 171 on hourly time frame. 171. So if say market drops and Google come back down 155, I mean, Google could go from here. Look at here. MACD is about to cross over to the upside and three moving air. So you have a $10 move. You can either do shares or you can just do call option. For me, I'm probably gonna buy like, I don't know, 500 shares and then write this. That gave me $6,000. And then my premium is freed up. I can do something else. Netflix. I don't even know I want to look at Netflix. My gosh. It's ready to go again. Look at it, 30 minutes. MACD is about crossover to the upside, ready to go, and sky is the limit. There's no limit. But if you come back down to 980 area, let's look at it. Netflix. So on daily, wave 4, 1050. 1050. Yeah, 1050 area. So on daily, hourly is gonna have wave 3 down. Ideally, at least come down to like $1,000, 996. That would be good. We can write another 200 point, like somewhere here. I think that would be ideal. Let's see what's happening. And yield hasn't really done anything, but I think market from J. Powell talk and Trump talk has given bonds market confidence. And they all said, even the secretary Bessent said, hey, if bond market getting really bad, we can even print money too. And after that, the bonds market has been just going, because they have a security from Fed and from the Trump admin. So I think this low is in. Gold, gold, I don't know. I still think gold should be maybe going lower, but 60 minutes is wave 5 up. So 60 minutes has been reviewed going below 3250. Ideally, I would like to see come back down at least 3200. And then we can ride all the way to 3560. That's like a 370 points. Even if you just do one contract, that'll be giving you $37,000. So let's see. I'm still hoping, finger crossed, give us a chance. I mean, it would be even better if it come down to 31. But I think I'm asking a lot because it's been so strong. GCM 25 daily, hourly. See, it's just been consolidating here, and the upside target is 35,558. Okay, weekly, monthly. Let's look at GLD. GLD. GLD on the monthly, it will come back down to 60. Weekly too, at least 278 daily. So I guess we need to be patient. 292 the 292, it'll be somewhere here. 292. The gap fill here. Okay, so if daily come back down here, that meaning it's somewhere 3200, I think, on gold. So maybe we will get what we wanted, we will ask for. So I have a alert on. You can either do GLD, GDX, or NUG, what is Nugget, NGUT? Yeah, so whatever you feel comfortable, the instrument. And okay, so S&P sectors. Um, IGV is not in here. XLK is stronger. So healthcare come back a little bit, and look at here, finance. So on the weekly newsletter, I wrote which sectors are wave 5 up, wave 3 up. IGV, XLY, REITs, right? We've been trading REITs in and out, and then Amazon, Tesla, right? So recently, this ticker is always so good. I mean, dropping here, I hesitated, didn't do, and then went up 20%. This is Ferrari. And uh, I want to, what is the swing ticker? So I gave a couple swing trading ideas. Um, Google hourly. So if we finish retracement and then Google, you can write this. Snow. I've been calling snow bullets too. Snow. So ideally, it come back down here, but it could just go from here. Look at here. It's ready to go on the 60 minutes. So the upside target will be you can either do shares or options. I'm more and more leaning to do shares these days. On options, I really just do QQQ, SPY, SPX, NDX, those. So on NDX, I only do like a large swing, like 500 above points. I do NDX. Like a Friday, I just did a QQQ. I didn't even do NDX. And FedEx. So FedEx also daily wave 3, 1, 2. So hourly is wave 5, 225. That's $14. You can either do shares or you can do call option. You guys know how to calculate. If you don't, I could do the calculation for you. And what else? MicroStrategy. I recommend doing this trade after May 1st earning. I think the earning will drop and then we go long. And Zillow, PayPal, uh, daily and VST, daily wave 5 down. So for the Zillow and PayPal, downside target 55, VST downside 70. If you don't want to buy puts, you can just, okay, if you're interested in VST, you can set buying order at 70. And ELF, this ticker has been beaten down so much. Um, so I look at daily. See, daily, this reminds me CLH. So CLH, when it was beaten down so much, I said it's going to go to 38.40, and then it did go to 38, I think. And look at here, this one can go all the way up to 85. 85 is really not strong resistance. It's 103. It's strong resistance. So it might not be a bad idea to buy shares at a pullback. And that can give you $20 to $40 move. But this is not, I guess it's a riskier ticker, right? Yeah. And another ticker that I always been watching, also this one has a lot of upside move too. So could be at least 99, no, at least 90, and ideally could be even 100. So that's 20 some dollars move. Pretty good too. So it's really up to you what you want to do when market has pullbacks. And so for me, I'm gonna be watching Google and even TTD. TTD has gone up a lot too. So if you look at TTD, upside, it could come back all the way to 64. 64, that's more than 20% yet. And if the momentum really strong, it could really come back all the way to 84. So those are the tickers I'm watching, but I'm probably gonna just do one at a time. This time I'm interested in Google. I already have TDD shares. I'm no in hurry. But for Google, writing $10 is not bad. And its earnings out, so there's really no major risk on this. So ideally come back down to 157, 155, but it could just go from here. So upside is 171. Okay, so that's all I have. And I don't know whether we're going to have any bigger drops until the earning for the mega tickers, or May 7th, 8th for the FOMC meeting. If Jay Paul, I don't know, Jay Paul already said what he said. The uncertainty from tariff and the price may have a bigger impact on the inflation. There won't be any inflation. Why do I say that? Okay, so if you've gone to Walmart, or I went to the Chinese store for Sunday or Saturday, a lot of the place, I mean, shopping is kind of empty, and there was not many people in the store. So I asked and said, "Hey, why is so light?" They said, "Price has gone up so much." And so a lot of the vegetable stuff is coming from local. It's not bad, but a lot of other things that actually coming from China, the price has gone up too much, and they have limited supply now. With meaning, if your supply chain is cut, how are you going to have inflation? There's no inflation. There, yeah, there's so empty shelves, and So Walmart already gave China a signal, say, hey, ship the goods because we cannot afford, there is nothing on the shelvings, even though they may have to increase the price. But once you increase the price, the demand will come back down. So the inflation will come back down. So that's the main argument. I disagree with Jay Paul. Basically, most of the things he and I we disagree, and I don't like how Trump handled these things, like calling him Mr. Slow, Miss Always Late. I mean, I think vinegar, honey works better than vinegar. I would have a personal meeting one-on-one with Jay Paul if I were Trump instead of calling names. Um, so we have a little bit uncertainty, and there is some good news on the China trade deal. China declined, say we never really talked, but they did spot, I think South Korea spotted Chinese leaving the Treasury building. So there was someone here talking, and both parties have relaxed a little bit on certain tariffs, and that's an improvement, right? So if next week, next couple weeks, we have a couple deals announced, that's going to be a catalyst for market to pop. And so if really there's no major negative news and the earnings not awfully bad for the mega tickers, I think we may now revisit the 4,600 area. So I think 5350 here may be the local low, um, maybe new high. We won't know whether we're going back to the all-time high until what? We need to take out the 5837. So if we could take this out and close above it, then that gave me a confirmation. But for now, we don't have that yet. So we'll do one step at a time. So ideally, we see 5,300 tested, the gap fill, and then we ride another wave up to 5,800. That'll be 500 points. And you can use leap calls to do this, or you can do monthly, weekly, whatever comfortable. I'll do shares, it's fine too. More and more, I'm leaning to do shares. Since I'm trading a lot in my retirement account these days. Shares, I mean, if you trade future option, they're gone, money is gone, it's gone. But if you do shares, if you enter a little bit too early, you can come back, right? So that's another reason I have traded much less option than before. Anyway, so that's all I have. And let's see what happens. This week is a lot of news too, unemployment claim and then the earning and next week the FOMC meeting. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.